Everyone, welcome. Thank you, Chibi, for hosting and for a wonderful intro. I'm going to be talking about how we at Collab Land are going to be using and incorporating AI. And just as a side note, before we even start, I've refreshed the background images. So if you look at previous AI Collabland research team meetups, you'd see that prior I was using other AI images, and I just must just kind of give a shout out to Midjourney, actually, and it's pretty amazing. Since we started these AI collab research team meetups, I think it's been maybe a few months now. Um, the quality of Midjourney has just increased exponentially. I mean, even when we started, I think that Midjourney had some problems with text and with drawing human hands, and so now those issues are completely fixed, and just the photorealism that I've seen lately. I didn't choose any close-ups here because the kind of imagery I wanted to present is just a future where it was. This ideal background or solar punk aesthetic of this working with nature and humans and bots all together. So I'm going to be refreshing these background images even more so. And we have been looking at different real-time facial recognition replacements and voice replacements. So uh, once I get a little bit better at that, I've been playing around with AI generation. It's going to get really interesting, I think, especially as we approach in the United States presidential election and what's going to happen when it comes to uh, media and what you can trust. I talked about this a little bit in terms of verifiable credentials, and that's another dimension of how we are going to be able to not only use AI in AI generation, as I talk about today, but in another dimension, which I'll bring up in future AI meetups, is how do we verify who's saying what? And what our plan there for verification of identity will be at Collabland. But that's a topic for another day. Today, we're going to be talking about three different things. If we can move forward in the slides, the agenda for today is going to talk about one, the member portal launch, two, Collabland versioning, meaning where we are going in terms of Collabland 1.0 and as approach Collabland 2.0. And then three, we're going to talk about our AI approach. So let's jump into it. Just to give you an idea here, if we move on to the member portal launch slide. Thank you, Chibi. We are close to launching our member portal. We have been testing internally, and if you are interested in um, being an alpha tester, please raise your hand in the Collabland Discord server, and we are getting alpha testers ready. And we had and still do have a trading bot that we were originally just going to launch with in the member portal. But what we've done is we've incorporated the trading features into the core bot. So you'll see when we launch the new trading bot, users won't need to do anything if they're already in a Collabland managed Telegram chat. The trading functionality will just be there, especially if you want to DM the bot. So we're super excited by that because we know that trading bots, especially on Telegram, are on the rise. And when we look at the different analytics, we've been studying the Dune analytics for these different trading bots, we see that these trading bots have, 1,000, 2,000 users, whereas if we were to launch the trading bot, which we will, as a core feature within the Collab Land bot, um, with regards to our user base, we probably will almost 100x these other trading bots that currently exist in terms of number of users. So there's this idea of waking the sleeping giant here. Now we want to be very careful, and we want to make sure that trust and safety is paramount. So we're going to not be releasing this all at once. We're going to be releasing this slowly, where the functionality will be on an allow list um, base. And we're going to start with those that are wanting to alpha test. And so, again, if you are interested in alpha testing, please raise your hand and let others know, or let the admins know in the Collabland Discord server, and we'll get you on the list. And with that, and because we want to step into this um, in a very mindful way, we have decided to also launch a SocialFi mini app as part of the member portal. So at the launch of the member portal, we'll at least have one SocialFi mini app. And if you're familiar with uh, what is happening with friend.tech or post.tech or pet friends, or there's another one, I think it's called Stargate Arena or Stars Arena, sorry. Um, you'll see, or Tomo, there are all these like social apps that are popping up, and we're going to be launching a separate Telegram-based SocialFi mini app, and we have some very interesting ways in which we are going to allow these different mini apps to communicate with the trading bot. So just like we have in the command center, this is for admins, we have a mini app marketplace. We're going to be launching the member portal and the mini app marketplace for members. And one of the first ones that we're going to be launching is this SocialFi app. So, be on the lookout for that as well. And that will be open more generally, and it'll be a separate bot, but the different apps will be able to communicate with one another. Now, we are not going to launch these apps with full AI just yet. We want to make sure that we are very careful and prudent in terms of how we launch. And my last slide, which I will get to in a minute, will talk about how we want to approach that. But that needs some context. So if we go to the next slide, we can talk about the Collab Land versioning. So the way that we think about this is there is a Collab Land 1.0. So on the left side, if you can see the slides, there is this Collab Land 1.0. And the base of Collab Land 1.0 was this asset rules engine. So you can see that we have this asset rules engine, and Discord and Telegram and our Collab Land SDK sit on top of this rules engine, which is read only, and it's basic token gating, if you will. And on top of Discord, we have the Command Center mini app. So again, if you're an admin on Discord and you have the Collab Land bot installed, you have access to a bunch of mini apps. We have free and paid mini apps now, and these mini apps are um, able to allow the community admins to better manage their communities. And if you notice in the command center mini apps, they're mainly read only. So we have mini apps that you can connect to other apps like Charmverse or Soulbowl. And then there are some mini apps that are, I wouldn't say transaction oriented, but allow you to do things like claim a pull app, which hopefully you'll be able to do today. And we'll be able to showcase, or TB will be able to showcase that later. And so you have these command center mini apps, but the majority of these mini apps are read only. And so we have them on Discord, and in the dev portal, you can sign up and have access to the Collab Land APIs. And so with that, you as a developer can download the Collab Land SDK and token gate websites, or token gate your game, or token gate your mobile app. And that allows us to extend token gating outside of these platforms. But again, this is read only. And in future AI meetups, we'll talk about the third-party sites specifically because, as I mentioned at the top of the call, or this talk here, we have an identity system, and this identity system helps developers and other users to be able to understand the veracity, or the origin of users, and whether or not uh, they are saying who they say they are. And in the age of AI, and with generative AI specifically, it's going to be harder to tell if someone is, you know, uh, real or not, or if someone is claiming to say something that they're really them or not. And in future AI meetups, I'm hoping to hopefully in real time be able to showcase how easy it is to do a deep fake of someone, and why verifiable credentials are needed. And so we'll deal with that in another AI meetup. Um, but that is really the 1.0 of Collab Land is read only. Now, we're going to be moving, and the majority of our efforts here at Collab Land right now is for Collab Land 2.0. And so you see on the right side of the screen, we're going to be starting out with Telegram. And there are a couple of reasons for this. One, Telegram, their security model is a little bit different than Discord. And so we're able to more confidently, at least initially, as we bring this out, to be able to do right transactions, or allow members to be able to do transactions. We're going to start off with Telegram. There is this ability for Telegram and the DMing of the bot, which we really don't advocate for in Discord, but in Telegram it's different. Again, the security constraints and the platform constraints are different on Discord and Telegram. So one of the reasons why we want to launch on Telegram first is it has more constraints when it comes to you know scamming or fraud prevention, when it comes to specifically DMing a bot. And a second thing is that Telegram, from a technical perspective, makes it easier for bots to communicate with one another. And this is what we're going to really explore here when we have our SocialFi app that we're launching, and how that SocialFi app, which will uh, be a separate bot, how that communicates with the core CollabLand bot and the trading features that we're going to be launching in the CollabLand bot. Also, there is this ability to embed HTML within a Telegram chat group. And so you'll be able to have a better, like, UI experience. Now, Discord also allows for very limited images and graphics, and Telegram, though, is a lot more expressive. So it gives us more freedom from a front end perspective to provide a UI and a UX, especially as we roll out not only this member portal or the UI UX for this bot, but behind it is going to come a bunch of tech that we hope will be transparent to the user, but allow for trading with inside the chat in a non-custodial way. So for those technically minded in the audience, we are going to fully support EIP 4337. And I talked about that in previous AI meetups, and I'll probably allude to it again in the future. And again, this is going to allow us to have users do native transactions or transactions in the platform. So first on Telegram, and it remaining non-custodial. So there's some interesting technology we have there. And with our partnership with the MPC network, a multi-party compute network, it allows us to have this seamless onboarding. And Lit Protocol, which is the network that we're using to launch this with, also has some very interesting approaches when it comes to how to execute transactions. And this is going to be part of what we are really going to explore when it comes to AI. So we have this, miniapp marketplace on Telegram, and we're going to have the showcase. And finally, when it comes to Telegram, we believe that's really where crypto natives live. And this is why we want to launch on Telegram. I mean, we're going to go really back to our roots. When we launch Collab Land initially, we launched it on Telegram. And we're going to cut our teeth, be able to cater to those that are crypto native. And, I would be hard pressed, or it would be hard to argue that like Telegram as a platform is critical for Web3 in general. And if you are especially in Web3 full time, there's like a high likelihood that you have a Telegram account because it seems that everyone in crypto has navigated or gravitated toward Telegram initially. And so this is why we're going to be launching on Telegram, because that's really where the user base is at. And so all kind of signs point to us launching on Telegram first. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to have this rules engine that is going to be transaction based. So you can imagine, just like we have an asset rules engine that does wallet verification and checks to see if there's assets, and you as an admin on Discord and on Telegram can log in and create your rules, and then those rules are what get enforced. And this is the premise of token gating. Now, with a transaction rules engine, it's a little bit different because it is write and not only read. So we have to be careful, and we're doing a lot of safety and checks to make sure that you have, as a member, if your Telegram gets hacked or they're scamming, that we have some at least alert or alarms in place. And this is why it's taking us a bit longer to launch, because we want to make sure that we have trust and safety at the heart. And we want to also ensure that we have this non-custodial nature, so that if you as a member have your Telegram hacked, there are ways where you can disassociate your account or recover your wallet. And we'll be showcasing that, especially if you're in and signed up for the alpha testers list. You'll be able to see that and play around with it firsthand. And we've had this actually in production for a while now. And the internal team has been testing this passkey integration, and that's what we're going to be using. And it seems like the industry is moving toward um, passkey to remove passwords, so that we can actually enhance the security for all of our members. Um, and we're super excited by it. So when we start off, this transaction rules engine will not have AI, uh, in it at first, but it will. And our focus here as we move forward is really to embrace AI. And when you think about how we are moving toward the next cycle, and we can all understand, we are kind of in the bear market right now. But as we solve for usability, which is our attempt to allow users to do transactions natively within Telegram, and then the ecosystem also solves for scalability. So you see Base, for example, has launched on-chain summer, and they have apps like Base Paint and Friend.tech. Um, we see that scalability and usability are solved. I think the one of the last frontiers, and this is again where AI comes into place, is that how are we going to lower the barrier toward mass adoption? Now that the UI UX is there and the scalability is there, is do users need to understand all the different options when it comes to bridging, or understand all of the nuances it takes for like fiat on ramping, or how to trade tokens at a specific DEX, and which DEXs have the most liquidity, or which chains they should trade on? Well, we are hoping that AI solves that last piece, that last automation piece. And if we move to the next slide, this is going to be, and this is the final slide. Our approach when it comes to AI is to use AI for intent-based transactions, meaning that you as a user should be able to type in natural language wise what you want to get done, and the AI should do it automatically. Now, there are a lot of questions here that not only pertain to sovereignty when it comes to Web3, but there are also, if you are familiar with what's happening in the AI space and AGI, where there is this movement within AI to talk about artificial general intelligence and who owns these models. And so there is this kind of, you know, I guess, dichotomy brewing, where there is these centralized organizations that can move fast and have been able to produce amazing results. But there's also open source large language models that are on the rise as well. And what we are looking at Collab Land is, how do we not only work with open source LLMs, and there is going to be this inflection point that's going to be happening, I believe, soon, because all of this data that's out on the internet is, almost all of it is consumed, and AI is very data hungry. So there is going to be uh, this fine tuning, is what they call it, that is going to be approaching, where instead of consuming vast amounts of data, these AIs will be fine tuned to specific types of tasks. You can imagine the medical industry, the legal industry, and what we're positioned at Collab Land. And this is why we want to approach this, and this is why we're moving on from our Collab Land 1.0, which is just an asset rules engine, to Collab Land 2.0, to have a transaction rules engine, is that we want to accumulate all of this aggregate transaction formation, right? So it's not just things that have happened on chain, but what the intent was to create a language model that is owned by the user that uh, can best accurately describe an intent. And so we need to start collecting this data, and we're going to make sure that this data is collected in a way that is not centralized. So that's one. And then two, and this is my second point here, is that the algorithms that are used need to be stored in a decentralized store. So when we talk about the intersection of Web3 and AI, we have to be careful to thread the needle here, because where the information is stored and how it is accessed needs to be considered, because there are different trust assumptions that go along with that. So I want to end off here, and if we can, oh, thank you, Chivi, for putting in the different links. We are working with Ceramic. They are the makers of ComposeDB, and to make sure that we have user-owned and verified algorithm as storage. And I would highly recommend everyone that's interested in the intersection of Web3 and AI to also look at what LilyPad Network is doing. And the YouTube video, I think, is a great intro or starter. And this is a very similar approach that we are taking, and most likely will converge. And if you look at what LilyPad is doing, they're based off of IPFS, and actually ComposeDB is as well. So the foundations are the same, and we just want to make sure that we stay at the Collab Land side very practical, step by step. But we're keeping an eye out on these different projects. I just noticed the time. We are, I think, at the top of the hour. So I will pause there. I don't know if this is a good time now, Chibi, to talk about the POAP.
Yay, let's do that because I am very excited about this one. I just think it's cute, so I hope you think so too. And I see someone with their hand raised. I wonder if they have a question or any comments. Would it be okay if we invite them to the stage to see if they have anything they want to say?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's go. We sent them an invite. And in the meantime, if any of you guys have any questions, it is okay if you raise your hand. You'll be brought up to the stage. We only have a couple of minutes, but while we distribute the POAP, and otherwise, you can write them in the chat. We'll take a look over there as well. When I see that we have someone in the stage, hello and welcome. So good to have you here. Please feel free to share any comments, or if you have any questions, that's perfectly fine too. We have a couple of minutes to answer to any questions right now. I see
Good
that you are muted.
evening. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello there. Yes, we can.
Yeah, hello, Chibi. Hello, James. And it's good evening from my time zone. I also acknowledge that a lot of people are tuned in from other parts of the world. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the amazing people here in the space. I'm super excited to actually be here. I've been, should I say, a fan and a user of the Collab Land bold and project, and it's been a very vital to building my community and my project. And I just wanted to take out this opportunity to say a big shout out to the team behind the Collab Land project. You guys are the real MVP, and keep doing the amazing job that you guys are doing. Why I actually raised my hand, I heard when James was saying that the looking for alpha testers or something, right? I would be glad to be part of the testers if I'm given the opportunity, right? Because I've been using Collabland. I'm a project founder. I'm a DeFi project founder, and Collabland have actually been very, very helpful to building our community and getting some kind of premium access to our community members. I just wanted to bring it out here and say thank you for giving us this amazing tool to help us mitigate against the bad actors and grow positively in the crypto industry and space. So I will be available to join the testers and also give back to the Collab Land community in my own little way. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. This is why we're here and this is why we do it. So that's really meaningful. And you've made my day. So thank you for that. And we'll make sure that you get on the list here. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of exciting things that are coming up. And um, if, you know, you're thinking that what we're doing with Collabland 1.0 has been useful. I just can't wait for you to see what we're doing with Collabland 2.0. We're always going to be doing token gating, and we'll always have the asset rules engine, and we're going to be supporting more chains, more projects here, and we can't be more excited about that and our continued foundation when it comes to token gating. But we also see this as an opportunity now as technology evolves, and we all are evolving. And what we really want to do is help communities grow and thrive. And this is how we think mainstream adoption is going to be happening. It's going to be through a community context. And when we launch these member mini apps and we have the transaction rules engine with Collabland 2.0, we're really excited to see where social trading goes. And we want to get beyond the gate so that it's not that people are just acquiring assets and then setting up token gating, but we believe that the future is going to be where they're going to be intertwined along with things that are off chain, like verifiable credentials and identity verification and management, along with AI. And I think, if this last year has, been a lot or changed a lot, I can't even begin to imagine what next year is going to look like. And so we're super excited by that. And thank you so much for raising your hand and for the kind words.
That was so very nice of you to say yay. Thank you so much for coming up in the stage, and that really warmed my heart, and it's really what motivates us to keep going. So
Actually, I want to say the pleasure is mine, right? From a perspective of both a user, a founder, and a community member, building in this crypto space, especially in the bear market, is really, really not a child's play, right? And you
Mm.
guys are always coming out on top of your game. Like, big ups to you guys. You guys are really the MVPs. You guys are doing amazing. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. This is all of us doing this together. I think this is this positive sum energy, the vibes that we're creating, because there's strength in numbers, whether it's bear market or as we approach this next cycle, we're gonna ride things together, and that's what it's all about. And we are here for the team, for our communities, and for the ecosystem. So thank you. And it's the things that and the reasons why we are here are because of community. So you coming up on stage and saying such nice words really helps, and it gives us energy. And so hopefully we can give this positive sum energy together here, especially when things are not the easiest. And this is why we have each other.
for sure. I know that we are 8 minutes over, so I want to share the secret word for the POAP before we wrap things up. So let's get to that real quick. Quick, and thanks everyone for staying. I'll be sharing in the stage chat the command that you can click because that's usually easier. But otherwise, you can write in the chat slash POAP claim. This is to claim today's AI research team meetup POAP. And for this one, we took the feedback of Knox. He's a contributor to our Collab Land Co-op and an active member. Um, and yeah, looking forward to see what you think of this one. But yes, the secret phrase for this POAP is alpha tester, all lowercase and with no spaces in between. Alpha tester. So that would be ALPHATester. Alpha tester. Again, all lowercase with no spaces. Once that you write it down, hit enter and you'll get a code to claim your POAP. Spooky POAP, yes. And the
Uh,
feedback that we got is to have less text.
Sorry, can I
Yes,
ask a question? I didn't get what you
absolutely.
just. What did you say we should type? Sorry.
No worries. So the command is called POAP claim and it's a slash command. So in the chat, you write slash POAP claim and then you will see a little section where it asks you for a claim phrase. In there, you will write down alpha tester, all lowercase and with no spaces. Alpha tester. If any of you guys have any trouble claiming the POAP, you can let me know and I'll send you a code in a private thread for you to claim the POAP.
Yeah,
Oh, yay.
if you
He's
can
reading
see
the
that
comments.
I speak nerd has it, and you can actually see in my Discord it's highlighted the slash POAP claim. So you can actually click on that and then it will write that in the chat, and then you just have to uh, type in the claim phrase that Chibi had said.
Please let us know if it worked for you. Again, otherwise, you can let me know and I'll get you a code because I also have a list of codes to give out if anyone has any issues or gets any errors while claiming. Let's repeat it one more time just in case. That's with the command slash POAP claim in order to claim today's POAP. And the claim phrase is alpha tester, all lowercase and with no spaces in between.
Excellent. We'll give it a minute for others to claim, but if there's nothing else or no other questions, we can wrap up. And I appreciate everyone hanging on for an extra 12 minutes here, and super excited to get this out. And again, please, if you're interested, sign up for the alpha tester group, and you'll be able to see once you start testing, and we have the SocialFi app interacting with the trading bot or the core features of the Collab Land bot and the trading feature. Uh, you'll see and be able to get a glimpse in terms of how this can begin to get automated. So really excited by that. Looking forward to the feedback. And if you know of anyone that would also like to participate in these mini apps or the social fi that we're going to be launching within Telegram, so this app will be native to Telegram, and you don't need to leave Telegram in order to play around. Please tell other people to join the Collab Land server to get on the alpha user testing group. And yeah, please look forward to I'm looking forward to answering more questions in the future. So please take a look at ComposeDB, LilyPad, and other AI um, whether they're LLMs or they're applications that we should begin integrating within Collab Land, and maybe even AI algorithms for those that are more trading oriented, and how we can automate that. So happy to take input there as well.
That's great. I think that with that, we are ready to wrap things up. What do you think, James?
Yes, we are a bit over, so I appreciate now it's about 15 minutes. So thank you, everyone. And thank you, Chivi, for hosting. And the POAP is awesome, very timely and seasonal. So thank you for that. And because this is going to be the AI meetup before Halloween. So really
Mhm.
appreciate that. So thank you.
Yay. I also got a little
Chibi,
bit of yeah. Yeah, what's
Chibi,
up?
kind of, James, I would really love to connect with you. I'm trying to send you a follow request right now so I can have access to your TM. But he said you are not accepting friend requests. I don't know how I can do that.
Oh, I'll reach out to you.
Oh, that would be amazing. I would really appreciate that if you do that.
Yeah, will do. My pleasure.
All right. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Oh, and thank you. All right. Yeah, I think that we're good to wrap things up. Thank you, James, so much. These are really exciting, and all of the alpha is it's just so fun to watch and to know all of these updates and what the team is working on. We had someone yesterday in the chat asking like what the team is building, and I invited them here. I'm not sure if they joined, but I'm sure that they would be very excited to know about all of this because there's a lot going on. So these are just really exciting, and I really appreciate the effort that you take to guide us through all of this and to share all of this with us. So thank you for these meetups, and thanks everyone for attending. These, just to remind everyone, happen every 2 weeks. So the next one would be in 2 weeks, and that's November already. But yeah, you can RSVP in the events channel. There's also the Discord events. If you want to join the next ones, you are, of course, all invited. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.